Hello. I first want to begin by saying how sorry I am that I cannot be there with you all in Houston. I would give anything to be in your presence and tell you thank you in person. However, I'm headed to Las Vegas for NBA Summer League and was unable to make the trip. But I want to make this video because it is so important to me that you all feel and understand just how big of an honor and accomplishment it is for me to be your 2023 minority trailblazer in sports. You know, when I think of the word trailblazer, it is really important for me to first say, I am here because of so many trailblazers. I only exist because of people like Pam Oliver and Carrie Champion and Leslie Visser and these great women, some and most being Black women in this space that allowed me to see that I could do it. You know, it's one thing to see a woman doing this job, someone like Leslie Visser, who is one of the best, who showed me that this path is possible. But then when I see people like Carrie, like Pam, like Jamel, these Black women who have entered into this space with such command, capability, and knowledge and presence, and looked like me, they blazed that trail for me. They broke barriers. They were on air at times where people probably didn't want to see them. And I'm sure sometimes they still feel that way because at times I still feel that way. I think that when you're navigating this world, you are constantly reminded of the fact that you are a Black woman. Now, I draw a lot of strength from that because being a Black woman to me is the only thing that I am meant to be. It is the thing that I love. I draw so much strength from my Blackness, so much power from it. I think that the experiences that I have had as a Black person uniquely allow me to connect to athletes and to connect to others in sports. And I'm sure many of the trailblazers I mentioned feel that same way as well. But the reason I wanted to start with that is because so many times these things about us, whether that be our Blackness or our femininity, are almost weaponized. People want us to feel like being a Black person or being a Black woman puts us at a disadvantage. And while the world has created things and society has created things that make it harder for us to thrive in places, that does not mean that we will not thrive in those places. And I think it's very important to understand that distinction. Being a Black woman is the thing that has allowed me to thrive. It is one of the things that makes me good at the job, and it is something that I never want to change. I will talk about being a Black woman forever because it means so much to me. And don't allow people to talk about it as if it is an obstacle that you have to overcome, because being a Black woman is something that I cherish and treasure, and I owe everything to that fact. So they told me that it was really important in this video that I, offer words of advice to young Black professionals that want to be in sports. And that is really the main thing I would say, is knowing that your power lies in you, and every single thing that you want to do and every single thing that you want to be, you already are. And it's not necessarily about becoming that thing as much as it is about finding that thing inside of you. And you find that thing, you do the work, you then in turn blaze that trail. Every single person is a trailblazer. So I would say to really, really keep that in mind as you continue to move forward in this journey. You know, one of my favorite books is Becoming by Michelle Obama. And one of the things she says in it that always sticks out to me, and I try to tell myself this all the time, she says that as she was going through her journey, what she realized wasn't that, white men were smarter than her. It's that they were more emboldened. So I challenge everybody to go into these rooms and feel emboldened. It is okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. You should have that luxury of figuring things out. Feel emboldened when you go into these places. Take up space, because the number one thing that you have going for you is that you're you. And I know that might sound a little cliche, I used to think that it sounded really cliche, but when I stepped into what I felt my power was, life opened and my career opened. And I just encourage everyone to feel comfortable with who they are and to display that to the world. Also, luck has to be on your side too. I'm really fortunate that I have been incredibly lucky in my life. You know, I did the work, I was always prepared, I was always present and ready and able. But I was also really lucky in a lot of ways, and it's important not to discount that. Don't ever feel like if things aren't working out for you, that it's because you were lesser than or that you haven't put in the work. Because 9 times out of 10, that's not the reason. Your luck just hasn't happened yet. So I would say be patient and be ready for that luck, because it will happen when it's supposed to. You know, I started my career in college when I was at the University of Illinois. My first job was at the Big Ten Network. Then I moved to New York at SNY, and now I'm with Turner Sports and TNF doing Thursday Night Football for Prime Video. And I have been lucky at every single stage. Luck is important. It is a part of it. Just be ready when that luck comes. And I know that every single one of you in this room either already has been lucky and they are thriving, or that luck is on the way and you will thrive once it arrives. I was watching the show Mad Men the other day. I was rewatching it. And in it, somebody says, "This is America. Pick the job that you want and then do that job." That is also what I would say to you all. I knew that I wanted to be an interviewer, not necessarily that I wanted to host or anchor or do sideline. I wanted to interview people. So I made that my job, to primarily interview athletes and sports figures. So everyone in this room, I'm like, close your eyes, think about the thing that is that job, the thing that you feel you're meant to do, and chart your path and make your trajectory all things that end with that job ultimately being the thing. You are all capable. It is all there. The job that you want is yours. You just have to go out and get it. So I don't know really what else to say to tell you how much this means to me. Really, all I know with, empowering and elevating and enlightening, what I know really is empowering. Because to me, empowering is making other people see the beauty in themselves and making them realize that they have the power. So that's really what I want to do, is just remind you that you are limitless, that you are capable, that everything that you want is on the other side of hard. Everything that you want is right there. And I'm just really so honored, so happy, so thankful to be talking to you all. I'm so happy that I got this award. When Dr. Johnson reached out to me, I couldn't believe it. So I'm thankful. I do this job for you all. It is my number one responsibility. It's people that look like me. So thank you for seeing me, for recognizing me, and I hope that you all have the most beautiful time in Houston. I am there in spirit, and just thank you a million times over. This is an award that truly, truly means the world. It will go right on my shelf, and I will look at it every single day when I walk into my home. So thank you. I appreciate it. Be safe, and I will see you next time.